once we start.
Hey, welcome to Dads
Hey,
with Coffee.
morning.
Gotcha.
We're just talking about how we don't get here early because when we do, we start talking.
We talk out all the good stuff before we actually get on the
and he
air.
gets ready to say something to me. I was like, "Wait, man, it's 9:00. We gotta get online."
Well, we were just talking about how good band practice has gone.
really well.
We're really appreciative of Dr. Kreider and his leadership, and leadership is it's important. And so we were talking about. I made the comment where there is no vision, the people perish, and it's. I have to create 12 sermons for this project that I'm doing for my doctoral work.
Okay.
And the 12th message is that one,
Oh, very good.
where there is no vision. The people run wild, as one version puts it, with the sense of chaos. And so that's the final
inmates
message.
running the asylum.
Yeah.
Is that PC anymore? Can you say that anymore?
I don't think so. I think asylum is out. But apparently Hallyu is into the Webster's dictionary. Did you see that the other day?
What is?
Hallyu.
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
I know. But it's
Wait.
Hallyu. They've added, Webster's this week added a bunch of
I've
Korean.
never heard of the word.
They added a bunch of Korean words because of the K-pop phenomenon.
I don't even know what K-pop is, so
Korean pop? Yes, you do.
I've never heard it.
Oh, yes, you have. You just don't know that you have. But it's on the radio.
I don't listen to the radio. I'm either on KLTY
Yeah.
or I'm on 105.3.
Okay, isn't that radio? You just said you don't listen to radio.
Yeah, but it's not. They don't have K-pop. Is K-pop on KLTY?
I think they played at the Super Bowl.
K-pop LTY?
Feel right. Right.
Oh.
It's a whole genre.
Korean wave Hallyu refers to the global popularity of South Korea's cultural economy, exporting pop culture, entertainment, music.
K-pop. And it's all and the music, it's a certain style and sound of music. Bunch of skinny kids up there dancing on the stage and singing in their little mics.
Right? It's like New Kids on the Block.
They would not appreciate that, but in our language, yeah, I mean, it's another boy band.
Just another boy. Except it's multiple boy bands. Is K-pop a band or is K-pop a genre?
It's a genre. I can't remember the name of the group that's out right now. It's just all K-pop.
We're gonna need some teenagers to.
Yeah,
I don't know what K-pop is.
well, I mean, I've heard it.
I know what cake pops are.
Well, that's a whole different thing. That's a Starbucks thing.
Well, they're good too. I don't know if you've never had one.
I've had one. They're okay,
I mean, for $12, they're not bad.
and that's why I've only had one.
They're terrible. Well,
I don't.
we used to have a daughter that used to work there, or we have a daughter that used to work there, and at like 4 days, they can't be sold anymore.
I'm surprised they last that long.
And so, occasionally, 4 times a week, a box of goodies would come to my house.
Right. Is this thing working today?
I don't know.
It doesn't appear to be.
Have we just wasted all this good content?
Oh, I'm sure we have.
Who's on? Somebody's there. Tell us who you are. We're not saying another word until you identify yourself. Maybe it's me.
Sometimes I have issues with this stuff. What's it listed as?
Default microphone.
Yeah, it's this one.
It's there.
It's there. It's
can
just
see it.
not popping up like it usually does. But anyway, see, because usually it gives me lights when we're talking, and it's not doing that today. So it makes me wonder if it's not
You
working.
should probably hit it some more so that when they're at home.
What's Marilyn Hurd say? I'm here.
Marilyn's here, yeah.
Can you hear us?
So, yeah, I think she can hear.
Okay. Well,
So, speaking of K-pop.
yeah, not cake, but K.
Right.
Yes,
and
okay.
And Korean things coming out of Korea.
Okay, north or south? That's a radical shift of difference.
Well, we're talking about positive things here. What kind of positive? I don't know if you've seen
So
it.
South Korea then.
Have you seen or heard of the series Squid Game on Netflix?
I have not heard of that one. No.
It is out there.
Not in a good way.
No.
It's just weird, or it's.
Okay.
Can you explain it?
Spoiler alert. Okay. If you're watching Squid Game,
Just give me a synopsis without spoiling anything.
okay. So there's like 450 people. 456, in fact.
Okay.
All get called in to play this game.
Is this like Lost?
No. Bro, it's crazy. They all get called in and they play this series. They're all in one gigantic bunk room.
Okay.
Bunks to
So
the
it's
ceilings.
Big Brother.
No, it's
Keep
not.
going.
It's not a reality show. People, well, I hope it's not a reality show because people literally die.
Okay.
So they play this series of games, right? First game was called Red Light, Green Light. We've all played Red Light, Green Light, right? This one had dire consequences. If you move after the light turns red,
They shoot you?
yes. And there's only going to be one winner, right? They can all choose to end the game, but if you choose to end the game, all the money that was collected goes to the ones that died in the game. That's how the series starts out. Just so you know, right?
So we're hoping that this is fictitious.
I hope so, but it's
It's
and
some,
hopefully it's coming out of South Korea because I could see this happening in the North Side.
all right. Well, that's intriguing.
It is. I mean, I watched the whole thing, but it captivates you.
Yeah. Who's gonna die next?
Literally, who's going to die next?
We hope isn't real.
They have to play team games. They have to pair off with each other.
It's like Hunger Games.
Kind of. Yeah, but a lot more, except the contestants aren't killing each other.
No, right?
If you mess up, you die.
It's got to be North Korea.
So, how are you?
I'm
good.
better than that.
Yeah.
I am better than that. A little tired today, but I'm better than that.
Yeah, allergies still aren't being the best with me. I've, stayed on my regimen. I don't have any Flonase right now. I have Flonase at my house, but I'm not sure where it's at because we redid our bathroom. And I'm not sure where all the contents of that one cabinet went.
Yeah, I was looking for Band-Aids. I texted my daughter and said, "Where are the Band-Aids?" She goes, "Where's the guest bath box? Because we don't have that half bath in the new house." And I said, "Yeah, I don't know that answer.
Yeah.
I don't know where that is right now."
The Band-Aids are at Walmart.
Yeah, that's where I found them.
Yeah. That's right. I think the Flonase is at Sam's Club. So
Yes.
I may be going there.
Yes. Okay, so we've welcomed in Dr. Kreider,
Yeah.
and he does things a little differently. That's a good thing for me.
I had a preview of this week.
Yes.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different in a great way.
Well, I mean, for those that haven't watched or been a part of last week's worship time together, he does a thing called Scripture Guided Worship, and talk about captivates you. It fascinates me. The simplicity of it all fascinates me, and I'm a little ashamed to say that because it shouldn't.
But that's not your calling, though.
No, I'm not saying it from that perspective. It just, I had Brian Bailey, friend of mine, was our worship minister when I was in Amarillo, and he's back in Amarillo now at a different place. But he did the best at the blending and the moving forward that I've ever served with. But it wasn't this, and the whole Scripture guided worship is I can say I've never done it that way before, and I'm okay with
Yeah,
that.
it's really good.
And
We're in Psalm 95 this week, in case you're wondering.
And I think that it's very intriguing to me, the simplicity of it all, that we read some scripture, and I guess it's because we have, for 30 years now, become so performance driven. And along with the YouTube explosion of things, that largely we out in the seats sit there. And so our tithe becomes nothing more than a ticket charge that we put in the box when we leave, because we paid for a concert. We paid for somebody to entertain me.
Yeah.
And so tithing isn't even worship anymore. You're just paying for your experience. And I think that that's unfortunate, because last week, there were some people that I've heard through the grapevine. There's some people that were moved to tears last week.
Oh, I get to sit in the back and see everyone. And I'm a people watcher.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So.
And one I heard said, I haven't felt that way in church in a long time. And it's not rah Joe, but it's a different way of viewing things, that it's not about the style of song anymore. It's about, this is the way we respond to the scripture we just heard.
Okay, so.
And I think that's interesting.
Here's my take. This guy that we have on stage with us for the next 8, 10, 12 weeks, however long it is.
Yep.
Is leading the next generation of music ministers.
He's training them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if he's training them up in this style,
Oh, gosh.
then
The church has a shot.
right, we might survive this.
We might survive it, because the performance era has killed us all.
Right, it's become. Yeah,
It just killed us all.
I'm okay with it at camp.
That's a different environment.
Totally different environment.
Well, I get it at camp, but my concern there,
Is that what they're going to want?
that's what they want when they come
to
back.
expect when they get back. Now we've had some bands recently that have done a better job of
Well, I think that's
providing a mix.
that's Todd and Andy making better decisions
yeah, I think
about
that's
that
leadership.
too. It is. It is.
So. Yeah, I'm excited about this week.
The church,
Greg.
Yeah, I know, Greg. The church always has a shot because God's in control, and I get that. I'm just talking about from a situation of, if we continue down the performance road, then what you win them to with is what you win them to. And if it's all about performance, then that's going to bleed into our salvation theology. But if we can continue it to be a response, like he's led us to,
Right.
then you looked at me when I said salvation theology. You
No,
wonder what
I'm
I mean
with-
by
I'm
that?
with you. No, I'm with you.
Then it's more of we're responding to what God said, which I think matches our salvation theology much closer, because which the big word there is soteriology. That's the big theological seminary word for salvation belief. I don't believe I can work my way into heaven, so why is my worship performance based? If I believe that I need to be responding to the gospel that's being presented to me, and I make a response to that, then my worship also should reflect the same situation. I should be responding to the word of God. And I don't know why, in my 51 years, that was the first worship service I have ever sat in that did it that way. Why is that? And I'm not mad. I'm just, it's so simple what we did, and yet it's so profound, because I've never seen it. Never once have I seen what we did last Sunday.
Me either. It was good. Really good. Like, great.
Oh, he was agreeing with you.
Oh, yeah.
At first I read it, I was arguing with you. So I had to get in a little closer because my 48-year-old eyes can't see that little new print.
And it's, but, so performance response.
Yeah.
That's, we talk about how worship shapes the rest of what we do. And if we can learn, at least locally at this moment, at this environment, if we can learn how to be responsive to God's word, then we might learn how to be responsive to the Spirit's leadership over our life.
Right.
I know that's very Pentecostal of me, but the Spirit is real, the Spirit is alive, and we can't keep ignoring Him. But
Well, I don't think at the day of Pentecost that many ignored.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
But this whole if we can learn to respond thing. Anyway, what are your thoughts?
Respond in the positive, yeah, because I think our world is filled with negative responses. We had one right here at home yesterday, at Timberview.
Oh yeah, we are a world filled with rage.
Yeah, we are a hate-filled world.
Did we ever hear why he did what he did? I mean, he's 18-year-old. He went.
Well-
he lives in that neighborhood.
Well, his parents came on and said he had been bullied. He had been he got beat up and robbed a few days earlier. This is all.
So a last
this is just
straw.
all what I'm seeing on NBC DFW. Don't take my word for it. Don't take.
Yeah, go do your own research.
I don't have any firsthand knowledge of
Sure.
anything that happened
Sure.
in this situation.
The news reported this.
But the way it looks to me, the kid had had enough, and he was going to go face his tormentor.
Wow.
And I don't know if that's the kid that was in critical condition. I don't know if that's the kid that got grazed on the elbow. I don't know if that's
Right.
There were 3 students injured. One teacher who
Hey, Amy's on.
was pregnant, and she wasn't injured during that, but she was injured in some other way. Not the most swift of feet when you're pregnant.
No.
So I can't imagine the chaos that was going on.
Oh my gosh.
Timberview canceled classes today.
Well, right, understandably.
Yeah, they sent them home yesterday. They canceled classes today. I was reading one guy's message this morning on Facebook. He says, if you've never gotten that "I'm scared, Daddy" text, I hope you never do.
Yeah. I can't imagine.
I got a text from Keelan yesterday and said they put us on lockdown. He was at TCC, which is his campus. was
TCC
safe.
South.
He's at South.
So it's over in that area.
It's closer to Southeast.
Uh,
But they closed down all TCC because there was reports that he was going campus to campus.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
If you're going to face your tormentors, let's just say I can understand that. If you're going to face your tormentors, if they're not at other campuses, don't go to other campuses.
I think he went there to hide. I think he went there for safety.
Yeah.
And then he he turned himself in with his lawyer. I don't want to assume that he had this planned out, but I will not say that he probably hasn't thought about it many times.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you turn yourself in with your lawyer,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know many 18-year-olds have a lawyer.
not on retainer.
And if you did, I don't know many lawyers that would say, yeah, go ahead and
Go ahead and go do that.
take care of that, and then come see me, and then we'll go in.
Oh my gosh. It's just horrible. It's just horrible. I mean,
It's sad that we've gotten to a point where,
that's the
That's the
response.
answer.
That's the answer.
yeah,
It's not the answer, but that's what people think is the answer. I just I don't know.
we have to start loving like Jesus.
And, yes.
I mean, and it's not enough for us to just say we love Jesus. We have to be Jesus.
Yes.
And don't hear me wrong. We're not perfect. We're not walking a sinless life.
Right.
But
Right.
we're called to be the hands and feet of Jesus and take his love throughout our community, throughout our world. And I'm not sure how good of a job we're doing at that right now.
Well, I think
Not us, First Baptist Crowley. Us,
yeah.
Big C Church.
Well, I think Big C Church, we haven't gotten honest with ourselves in a long time. We have taken a nation of rage and we have embraced that. And so in the comparative narrative that we live in, then I'm better than you.
Yeah, at least I'm not as bad as.
I'm not as bad as you. And the problem with that is you're setting yourself up as the standard. I'm better than you instead of we aren't Jesus yet.
Right.
And as long as we separate ourselves as being better than somebody else, nobody wants to be a part of that.
When you say I'm not as bad as someone else, you're just saying I'm bad.
Well, how can we publicly state in whatever words we choose, but how can we justify publicly saying, in essence, we're better than everybody else,
Right.
and then go knock on their door and ask them if they want to come to our church? That doesn't jive.
No.
It doesn't flow together, and churches are plateaued or declining because they haven't gotten out of their own way yet, and they haven't gotten honest. We're broken. How about we come together and find solutions? I think that people would appreciate the honesty,
Yeah.
if nothing else. I mean, the SBC is one of the worst at this. Took us 14 days to figure out how we wanted to waive privileges so that
Well,
we could answer a sexual abuse accusation.
Thankfully, they made the right decision.
Well, mostly
Mostly
right
yeah.
decision, and it's just they got to do better.
I don't know if maybe it was a family lawyer, Amy. Yeah.
Shouldn't have taken 14 days.
And Amy, your boys are probably more in the know than I am, being that they're just a few years removed from that. So
Yeah, I mean it's a sad state of affairs when.
Why don't you have your phone up for your comments?
Because
Because you that's what you did last time.
I know it didn't work out so great. I got to turn it back down again.
So I'm not going to say that everything on our stage is perfect, but if you want to see what I think is a movement in worship that should be happening in many places, go take a look at last week. Take a look at this coming week. It's nothing radical.
No, it's not.
It's nothing. It's not headbanger. It's not
simplistic.
radical. It's just simple, and I think that's incredibly important for us to be more in touch with the Spirit, because the Spirit will bring us to honesty, and honesty will bring us to authenticity, and authenticity will open us up to having a relationship with two generations that not sure they believe in God because they haven't seen Him from us.
Right.
So, I mean, you work with the youth. You understand this.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's impossible.
I read something the other day that said Gen Z, which is the 18 and under crowd, has claims, percentage-wise, claims more atheism than the rest of the generations combined.
Yeah.
Now let that sink in a second. That one generation, percentage-wise, of that generation claims atheism more than all of the rest combines percentage. That's stupid.
Well, that's going to be tough to overcome.
In most churches' current state, that will be hard to overcome unless you are doing something to serve the community in an honest, authentic way. They couldn't care less about us, because by and large, from their viewpoint, we couldn't care less about them.
Right.
From their viewpoint, I know a lot of people will be shock and awe, and I'll get emails later, but from their perspective, they don't think we care. If we don't, unless they're conforming to what we tell them to conform to, we don't love them until they perform.
That's deep.
That comes back to the whole situation. We've been inundated in a performance-based mentality and spirituality. And now we've got two generations that are rising up saying, I don't want to perform for you. I'm not your monkey for God. But that's what we demand of them, or we can't, or we won't love them if they
I think
won't
sometimes
perform.
we forget that when people come to church,
They're broken like we are.
they're broken.
We're still broken. I'm still
and-
broken.
If I come to church and I haven't been to church in a year, and what I hear is, "Wow, where have you been? You haven't been to church in a long time.
Sure missed you,
Sure did miss
which
you."
is a guilt trip.
Right.
They won't be back.
They won't.
And we can't get over ourselves on that sometimes. You know, it's like it's like I need to hand out index cards to people with phrases that you can say.
Do say, don't say.
Yeah.
Do say, don't say.
It's like, you know, yeah. Where you been? Missed you. Been a long time. How many weeks? What's it matter?
Hey, Aaron, great to see you today.
I am glad you're here today. But it's the same mentality that I fight in my own life at times. I have to keep reminding myself it's not about who's not here.
Right.
It's about who is here.
Well, that's the analogy I tell you today, Lady goes to the pastor and says, "Pastor, I'm leaving the church."
Yep.
"Well, Miss Betty, why are you leaving the church?" "Well, Aaron didn't wear a jacket on church when he was preaching, and Keith was wearing shorts, and I saw somebody wearing a hat, and then this person did this, and this person did that." And the guy
They were
says,
whispering over here and looking on their phones.
The guy said, "Okay, I want you to take this cup of water, and I want you to walk around the church twice.
He filled it up. Yeah.
Fill it to the brim.
Yeah.
Don't spill a drop." Makes the first lap, all good. Makes the second lap, all good. Comes back to him. Says, "Here you go, Pastor. I made it all the way around and didn't spill a drop."
Yep.
And he said, "Well, did you see X, Y, and Z doing A, B, and C?" "Nope, didn't see that." "Did you hear this, that, and the other?" "Nope, I didn't hear that."
I was too focused.
"Yeah, why didn't you?" "Because I was focused on the water." "Well, maybe instead of focusing on the water, you focus on Jesus when you come to church, instead of focusing on everything that's going on around
On
you."
X, Y, Z doing ABC.
Yeah.
Focus on Jesus and respond to Jesus. And
In a way that it's appropriate, in the way that you've been affected.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Just come back to Jesus.
it's too simple.
It is too simple. Honestly, it is. It's the most. I mean,
We make it complicated sometimes.
we do because we set a level of expectation it's hard for a lot of people to reach.
Nobody can reach the level of expectation that we sometimes face.
Right.
We can't. We can't get there. And that's trouble. That spells trouble.
Trouble with a capital T.
Did Amy say ouch?
Yeah, she did. So I was at National Night Out Thursday night.
Yes.
We had a great group went down. We handed out 150 flashlights and 150 bottles of hand sanitizer,
Awesome.
and we got to interact with 150 kids and families, and it was really nice to be out there and just
Yeah.
be in and be a part of our community.
Be a part of the community.
Marilyn
Absolutely.
Hurd, myself, Jan Pennington, Kay Artis, and Joanna went.
Yep.
And man, it was just fun. It was like better than trick or treating for these kids. 'Cause
Right.
every table you went by had water and candy.
Gave them something.
Water and
That's
candy.
right.
And we had
That's right.
flashlights. So I would stand out in the middle of the little barkway there. And I would just shine my flashlight. Like, "Hey, what do you got? It's a flashlight. You want one?" "Yeah, come over here." In fact, once you
Like the Pied Piper with your flashlight.
I kind of was. It was.
Over here.
It's kind of
Your first one's free.
kind of creepy when you say it like that. Yeah, I'm not a drug dealer. I'm not trying to get them hooked on hand sanitizers. It's not exactly where we were going with that. But yeah, we set out a little jar of candy corn and let them have a chance to.
Who won?
Joanna knows. I'm not even sure how many candy corns were in the bucket. So
Okay. she handled that.
that wasn't my rodeo.
There you go.
I was the guy in the middle, just talking to people. But it was good. How was the fish fry?
It was good. This is the third, 18, 19, fourth one that I've been to. Because I thought we skipped it in COVID, but I guess we didn't. It was the best one, I think. The speaker Jimmy Sites, he's has the Spiritual Outdoor Adventures channel, and he did very well. He talked about deception, and the whole concept of hunting basically is deception.
Sure.
And
Hide yourself, hide your scent.
yeah, or put the bait out there, talking about how Satan deceives us, like and what baits he catching you with, and you got to be aware and take care of those things. And he did a good job. Had some illustrations and some different things. So it was good. It was good. So
Well, I'm going out to Alley Middle today.
yes,
Dr. White invited me out. They're having
Excellent.
the In-N-Out burger truck. I don't know if you've ever been to the In-N-Out truck.
not the In-N-Out truck. I've been to In-N-Out, but not the In-N-Out truck. Same
In-N-Out.
thing. Same thing. Or is it a different company?
They don't get French fries though, which is, I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this, but In-N-Out fries are some of my favorite fries, and most people hate In-N-Out fries.
I like In-N-Out fries.
I like the potatoiness of them.
I like the crispy outside with a little bit of the potatoy inside.
I catch a lot of, especially in Whataburger country.
Well, yeah, but hey, here's the deal, Texas. Guess who doesn't own Whataburger anymore?
Texas.
Texas doesn't. It's.
Well, yeah, I mean,
they
they got
sold
one
it to a Chicago company.
They got one in Kansas City now.
They sold it to a Chicago-based company.
They're going national.
Yeah,
It'll be Brunt.
it'll be
Runt.
runt.
I don't like it. Confession time.
Yeah,
Not a Whataburger fan.
you don't like Whataburger? I'm not sure how we're friends.
You know what I hate the most about Whataburger? The wait.
All right, so let's talk for a second. We'll wrap up on a fun note.
Okay. Something different.
What are you give me your think about it for a second. What's your top 5 burger places to go to? I'm talking about
Any burger places?
let's do well-known, not national but largely regional to national. What's your top 5? No, we got to start at 5 and work our way up to 1.
You can't just throw this on me like that. I'll name my 5 first in no particular order.
You know it's going to be in order.
We had Nikki D's.
That's not.
It's
that's
regional?
It's not regional.
It's proudly
locally.
regional?
It's locally known.
What about Grumps?
Local.
Grumps is in Cleburne too. And there's one up by the base.
Okay. Well, and I tell you,
Okay.
those are making the list because things like McDonald's just needs to be put in the trash.
Yeah, I don't eat McDonald's. I'll eat a Sonic cheeseburger.
Maybe it's easier to tell me which ones you refuse to eat at.
Well, I don't eat most.
Most of the chain foods.
I will eat Sonic, but that's mostly because I can order it on my app and I can be ready when I get there because I'm usually in a hurry.
I mean, if we're going to talk about local ones, I mean, Fred's makes a good burger.
Yeah.
Fuego makes a good
How about
burger.
does Freddy's count? Freddy's custard?
Yeah, I mean that's more than local.
Okay, Freddy's Steak and Shake.
You like those?
Yes, I love smash burgers.
I do not.
I don't like.
The meat's too thin and crispy. I don't
know,
like
that's
it.
what I like
I
about
don't
it.
like that. That's good. Yeah,
I don't like. I'm not a Five Guys fan.
I like Five Guys, but there's many others that are better. When Five Guys first came out, I really liked it in comparison to what we had. But now you've got all these artisan burger places
Yeah.
popping up. Let me tell you something. There was a food truck down on 7th Street over by Melt.
7th Street's bougie anyway.
That's the best burger I ever put in my mouth.
Come on.
The best burger I ever put in my mouth. And we went back to find him, and he wasn't there. And I was like, okay, now I got to remember who he is. I got to
You
remember
get
the
a business
name.
card or anything?
I can look it up online. I can't remember the name.
What, 7th Street cheeseburger?
No, it was not. It was not named that. Well, you know, my wife and I did Burger Week here not long ago.
Yeah.
There was Fort Worth Burger Week, where the signature burgers at all these places was $5 during this
nice.
week, and so we sampled the wares of several, and but Yeah, it really puts the chains.
Oh,
So you like Nicky D's? Nicky D's is your favorite? Is that your favorite place?
it's there at the top.
They make hey,
tell you this.
Nicky D's makes an awesome burger. I love their onion rings.
Their onion rings are. Their onion rings will get you in the door.
Yes, and the burger will keep you.
Yes. And I can't even eat a full size burger. I can only eat a junior burger.
You getting those the baby burger?
It's called a junior, sir. Junior burger. I tell somebody the other day, if I could quit drinking Mountain Dew, I'd be a skinny guy because I don't eat that much food.
Yeah, but
I
it's,
consume all my calories in Mountain Dew.
well, you don't drink Diet Mountain Dew?
No, I don't like Diet Mountain Dew.
It tastes the same.
You are disgusting. I actually prefer the real sugar Mountain Dew, the throwback.
Oh, the cane sugar version,
Yeah,
not this sucralose version.
yeah. I'm not a big fan of. So, gosh, 5 burgers. Muya's pretty good. I like their sweet potato fries.
Okay.
See, a lot of these places, it's
You
not
like-
because of
yeah.
the burger.
You like the side
It's
item.
because of the side item.
The burger's okay, but it's the side item that counts.
Like Nicky D's and Grumps. If I'm gonna go get a burger, I'm gonna choose one of those.
Grumps and Burleson.
Yes.
I guess I gotta go try that again. I've had that, and must have been a bad day because mine was dry.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get it with grilled onions, grilled jalapenos?
No,
You should.
I will. I'll go try it again. I'm not against trying it again.
Actually, there's a place that we go on Monday nights. It's called Lone Star Bar and Grill, and there's this old guy Ricky that works the kitchen.
Where is this?
It's on. I don't know. You go across Wilshire, past the
On
The
what
Quick
road?
Trip.
What road? Oh, on Renfro.
at the light. The next right. It's right there on the left. Used to have a big monster truck out in front of it.
So is this down by the railroad
Down
track
by Old Town, yeah.
and by Old Town?
Yeah.
Because you got Grumps and Frescas and Babes.
Yeah.
Lone Star, isn't it around the corner?
It's kind of off of the.
It's like around the corner behind Babes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've been there too.
Yeah. It's they changed their menu up. I haven't had anything there that I don't like yet.
Really?
So yeah.
Nice.
We go there and watch Monday Night Football.
There you go. It's boys' night.
It is boys' night. Me and the boys we go out to dinner and talk about nothing.
But that's okay. But see, that's relationships.
One of my sons said, Monday nights is what makes my week bearable. Both my older boys are in education,
Yes.
and it's not easy to be an educator right now.
Right. Especially not given our issues yesterday.
Yeah, but sometimes it's even. I'm not gonna say it's worse than that, but that stuff's happening all over.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's getting harder and harder and harder for teachers to teach because they're dealing with so many discipline issues.
Well, the teachers don't have a 5-day weekend, but the students have a 5-day weekend coming up.
Yeah, which is crazy.
That's too much. Too many days.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, put in your top 5 burgers.
Yeah, what's your top 5 burger places?
I know we got some
for you to eat?
locals, we got some not locals.
Yeah, I will tell you from a chain perspective, and I'm a little homer on it, but from a chain perspective, I like the Brahms burger
Oh, Brahms makes a good burger.
better than
Yeah.
most other chains.
Yeah.
I think their burgers probably the best of all the chain restaurants. When you think of the big chains, I
I'll
like
definitely
them.
eat that over Whataburger.
Right. Oh, I will too. I
I'll
prefer
eat
it.
In-N-Out over Whataburger, which is different for most people.
Yeah.
Most people here locally chose.
See, I think I would choose Whataburger over In-N-Out. My wife would differ. She loves the In-N-Out. But
Is it the sauce or is it the burger?
what are you talking about?
Well, In-N-Out puts that Thousand Island dressing on it.
Yeah, she
Calls
really
it-
likes that.
And calls it secret sauce. That's what they make
Yeah,
their monster
I know.
fries. It's
Oh,
Thousand
yeah.
Island dressing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Just like mac sauce.
I mean, I like In-N-Out. I just like Whataburger's fries maybe a little better. But I like In-N-Out. See, for me though,
Now, In-N-Out's patty melt.
from a dad point of view, I can't escape the cost value factor.
True.
I can't escape that. Now, others in my family don't have a concern over such issues. I can't escape that. That factors into my favorites. I mean, if I just want what's the best burger out there, well, yeah, I've had some burgers that have been $12-15 and they're awesome burgers.
Yeah.
But I have a hard time with those.
Most often we're not trying to go eat a $15 burger.
No, I'm how can I feed this family
Right.
under $100?
Right? I went with my family one time. Holy cow! I had all my kids home. This weekend,
Yeah.
and it was good.
Yes.
And
It was good and bad.
It was. It didn't cost me anything.
Okay.
We had taco soup and potato soup. They wanted soup this weekend. Easy. We can do soups.
Oh, yeah.
So
First cool weekend of the
it
season.
was nice. I made taco soup. Joanna made her world famous.
You've got
potato
coffee
soup.
back, so it's obviously the fall.
Yeah, it's fall, y'all. That's
It's
what
fall, y'all. That's what
That's
that
this
means.
Cup means it's fall, y'all. Joanna got all these pillow shams. Got fall this, fall that, fall something else. What's the matter with the pillows we have? Anyway, I
Yeah.
digress.
Yeah.
We're going to end on a happy note today.
Yep.
Remember?
Yep. It's good.
So
Good times. Good times.
Amy, maybe it's not getting a Whataburger because of me. Yes, because they wouldn't make any money on me.
If they had to rely on me for their success, they would fail miserably. Maybe next week we'll talk about chicken places.
Maybe so. We went to Rodeo Goat, and they had a good burger, but the atmosphere, I can't go. I went on a Saturday night, and never
Oh.
again. I will never again
Can't
go.
go to places like that
I will
on
never
Saturday
again. Well, it was just everybody was in. We were all together. And,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I can't. Not on Saturday night ever again. And it wasn't the
Yeah.
line that bothered me. It's what I saw while I was in
Oh.
line that bothered me. So I just my wife and I talked about it. We'd like to go back and eat there again. It was a fabulous burger, but it's got to be on a Monday night or a Tuesday night. I can't do the weekend. No. Yeah.
And scene.
See you guys. Hey, top 5 chicken places.
Top 5 chicken joints. Put your burgers in the
And
comments first.
if
though.
Babes doesn't make it, I will disown you. See ya. Only because my daughter works there.